Ah, Stephanie, sorry. Hi. Yeah.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, hello, everybody. I just want to share a little bit my situation. And yeah, I think my life situation is really challenging at this time.
Hmm.
And I can see that my nervous system is freaking out.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's really challenging to calm down and to relax and to rest in awareness. And yeah, it's such a so difficult to balance this going with a trigger or
Mhm.
stay in peace.
Mhm. In this moment, how is it?
Yeah, it's yeah, it gets more stable.
Yeah.
And I can see that my system wants to go to the drama.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think because it's used to.
Yeah, that's its habit, you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just to, in a sense, just to recognize that it goes to the drama,
Mhm.
just gently noticing its motivation for going to the drama.
Mhm.
How come it likes to do that?
Yeah.
Usually it's because there's some idea that by going to the drama, you'll sort it out or you'll somehow won't have to do it again in the future, something like that.
Yeah.
And then just in this moment, taking the opportunity to rest. The past is gone. We can do nothing about the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just here now
Mm.
and just see what happens in the moment. You can see that the habit has been to want to go to the drama and just see what happens when we just rest, you know. We're not trying to change anything. We're not trying to do anything. We're just resting and noticing. Yeah.
Mhm.
At this moment, do you feel seen and felt?
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. So, and just how does that affect the nervous system? What happens?
Mm. Yeah, it calms down. It feels
Yeah,
better.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because there is a part of shame in this.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. And shame is welcome here too. There's no problem with shame. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whether this is relevant or not, it seems like to me that the way we've moved as a species, you know, our roots are tribal. We come from a tribe and where had many connections and many interactions, you could say. And now many people live alone. And I'm not sure what your circumstance is, but you know, that sense of not being held,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just in one way, these meetings give us some sense of community, some sense of belonging, you could say.
Mm.
And to me, it seems like the nervous system appreciates that. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, we have this idea I should be able to do it by myself or something like that.
Mm.
It's just an idea. It's not,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, this feeling to get lost because I lost 3 people, 3 friends, over 3 people this year, and they died. And yeah, it's a feeling of, yeah, even if there are friends, I don't want to show how I feel.
Mm.
Not really.
But to me, it seems like we cannot control the feelings that come. And even this not wanting to show the feelings. Also, you know, if our system doesn't feel safe, it will not. It doesn't feel okay to be vulnerable, it will not. It
Yeah.
will do its best to hide.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no matter what feelings appear, we're aware of them. Nothing right or wrong about feelings, but often there's a pull to go to the feelings, to make them mean something about something. They seem to come by themselves, and they seem to go by themselves, and they visit when they want, and they, yeah.
And it's always the same story.
Pretty much.
And this not seeing is so
Yeah.
painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, that's kind of like a motivation for really staying with inquiry. Yeah.
Mm.
Because the moment our attention gets sucked into any loop, oh, it's terrible. And it's the same for all of us. Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't look like
Mhm. Yeah.
other people have this problem.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. I mean, for me, you're so welcome.
Mm.
Yeah. Thanks for your vulnerability and your honesty.
Mm.
Ah, Nama.
Yeah, Isaac.
Hi, Nama.
I just would love to hold the space together.
Yeah, of course.
I was really touched by you saying you don't have to be alone with it.
Yeah. You know, that sense of aloneness, in a way, it's like it's a filter that we look through, because ultimately we're never separate. But for sure, it can feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way, I keep myself alone. In a way, in ordinary life, I don't trust people to hold the space with me, because people have all kinds of strange opinions and things to say about what's going on. Yeah, so
To me, it's like, I'd say there's discrimination in you. You're aware of when someone can meet you, and you're aware of when that's not possible. So I'd say it's just discrimination. It's not that you're keeping yourself
yeah,
separate. It's just, yeah. I mean, we're living in a time of such polarization. It's incredible. It's just like, Maybe it's always been like that, but it's so obvious at the moment. It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
So
You're either on this side or that side.
yeah.
I'm on the side of love and peace, and I don't want to be on any side.
Mhm. Mhm. That's clear.
Yeah. And I also feel so much shame about it, that my people is acting the way they're acting, and my
Mhm.
friends are talking like this. There's so much shame there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah. So many of us are just finding, I mean, we know what we love as peace. We know that the biggest contribution we can make is being peace. And, you know, there's that discrimination. It's like a lot of times people that we've considered friends, they're functioning at such a different wavelength, at such a different frequency. And we call them friends, but whether or not it's, I question whether it's healthy to spend time in that company because it's,
Yeah, I left. I don't spend time with any of them anymore. But even the phone calls are like,
I understand. Oh my God.
oh,
Yeah, I get it. Mm.
I did make peace with life. I don't feel any anger towards
Yeah,
life and
yeah,
towards, but it's breaking my heart. But in a way, I made peace with it, which is really,
mm. Yeah,
really nice.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So in this moment, you're in a little oasis here. Mm. Enjoy the rest, the shade, and the coolness of the oasis. And let it
Yeah,
soothe you. Yeah,
yeah. It's nice to share it and
yeah,
that we can hold it together.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And you know, in a way, the heartbreak breaks our heart open. It just breaks it even bigger. That's all.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more tenderness, there's more compassion. Yeah, more love.
Thanks for bringing us.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Sebastian,
Hey, Isaac.
hi Sebastian.
I what I noticed this night when I again woke up with nightmare was that some voice inside of me have been getting more and more clear. It's sort of like when these things are showing up, some sort of like I said something like, I'm here now.
Yeah.
And I don't, like I can understand other people are not connected so much with other people. Uh, I don't too, but then again I do, but it's not people I know, and it's not, like it's not friends, it's people I
Yeah.
meet. Um, it's something like this person in me that says, I'm here now, holding these things showing up, but because it seems like what they have been missing is what I am.
Mm.
And there's a bunch of things downloaded. Maybe I don't know if it sounds right, but in my mind, there's a lot of download of from the past, and it's beginning to loosen up more and more.
Fantastic.
But before I was fighting with it, I was trying to connect with other people, and there was also a bit of feeling not good enough because I couldn't really connect with other people.
Mhm.
But it seems like what was missing was me. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's not that I am, like I don't have feelings and weird thoughts and feeling lonely and stuff, but it's like I'm here now for that.
Yeah.
To have a space to be loved. Mm. Ah,
Great. Great. On the bottom left is, yeah, cool, got it.
Hello, Isaac.
Mm.
Yeah, I just wanted to connect for a while and ask you, is there any difference in a in-person session versus an online session like this?
Mm. So, I'm not sure. I think it will be different for everybody. It's some people feel more at ease to speak about things that they feel are private in a private session, but I don't think there's, basically we just resting together and there's space for everything.
Yeah, I was just watching your old your YouTube videos on
Okay.
in the retreat, and I
Mhm.
saw you doing the like a in person on stage. So I was just wondering, is there a difference with the person on the stage and in a online event like this?
Mm. Yeah. You know, what is it that measures differences?
I don't know.
Yeah. Somehow, though we hear this moment is what we have, and yet there's the faculty that we call memory, which is very inaccurate. So how do we compare different moments, yeah, or different experiences? It's fun in a certain way, but it's also completely nonsense.
I can feel a lot of pleasantness now.
Mm. Yeah. Thanks, Rick. Mm.
Thank you.
Mm. Ah, Philip.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Philip. You know, this whole inquiry is not about reaching anything, it's about getting anywhere. Because who we are, we already are. So it's not a question of becoming something new or different. It's also not about chasing any particular experience, because all experience comes and goes. We can't hold on to any of it. There's a recognition that all experience appears in who we are, in awareness. And that awareness is here. We can't deny that, but we also can't say what it is exactly. Because it's truly beyond experience. It's not anything we can say, oh, it's this or it's that, or it has this quality or not.
Yeah, I noticed that when I'm here in a space like this, there's this opening and relaxation and recognition.
Yeah.
But then there's also, this part starts searching and contracting and resisting.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the beauty is there's awareness of that, yeah?
Yeah.
And so somehow, that movement towards wanting to accomplish or wanting to get something, you could say, it's really an old pathway, all of us. We haven't been invited to just rest and see, okay, who we are, who we really are. And so, like most places you go, there's this idea of getting enlightened or like stabilizing or any idea that takes us out of this moment. Well-meaning, you could say, but it's like
Yeah, when I'm sitting here with you, I notice that that this contraction and resisting is going more to the background.
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
By itself, without really doing anything. It's just like not going with it, not believing it. You could say, okay, you can see it just takes me into, an old path.
Yeah, that can be really strong. It feels sometimes like the longing to be here is really strong, but then also there's like an almost equal amount part that does not want to be here at all, just wants to run away and fight it. And
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So, to speak super simply, this moment we perceive through our senses. That's how we know there's a world. That's how we know that that gives the impression of time, space, and all of that stuff. That happens through our senses, yeah?
Yeah.
So ultimately, this moment is a sensation, not more. It usually gets interpreted, and through our conditioning and through whatever trauma, and we end up with a perception or perspective or something like that. But most immediate, there's just presence and there's sensation, light, heat, sound. All appearing in something we can say. Very often we've you know, like we have an imagination that to chase after a certain experience, maybe a particular high that we had at one moment or something, you know, some satori or something. But that brings us right back into that searching thing, or running after, you could say, but to really stop, you know, or recognize what's always been stopped. In which this whole movie is appearing, yeah, or everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny when you see it. It's so clear and simple, and then
Yeah,
just this
yeah,
this minor shift of attention and
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And that perspective is so supported in most places you go, you know, like you have to work on yourself or work on something, you have to get rid of something. I tell you, you know, that's most places you go, that's what you get told.
yeah,
Nothing right about it, nothing wrong about it, but you know, at some point there's enough discernment to see that actually that's all just carrying on in the same, it's postponement of just the recognition of who you are in this moment. You are that in which everything appears already. Every drama, every thought, every feeling, every perspective, everything. And you're that already.
yeah, yeah. Even the thought that it's too much, I can't handle it. That's a thought that comes a lot here,
Exactly.
but it's just yeah.
Just a
I
thought,
think-
actually.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you, Philip. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, cool. Shanti.
Hello, Isaac. Hi,
Hey,
everybody. It's really nice what Nama said. Well, I mean, not nice, it's difficult, but that idea of that being around old friends and they're stuck in the same old programming when you've moved away from that. It's just so different now. It's I can't imagine 20 years ago thinking that there'd be such a huge separation in understanding about how things are working in the world. And yeah, like I feel like humanity's dug a huge hole and it's just clawing at a muddy side to try and get out of it. And you can see it all. It's not easy, but feel like, yeah, that explosion of heart, that heartbreaking and expanding for compassion is really happening. So thank you for that discussion. It was really, really nice.
Yeah. You know, to me, it's like one of the conditionings that we've been exposed to is this idea of that there are individuals that have free will or free choice, or and so that's the usual view that we've been programmed to. Yeah. And then, you know, as inquiry goes deeper, it seems like there's a recognition that we're all being lived. And whatever that intelligence is, it's playing every single part.
Yeah.
So it's like, in that, it's like blame and guilt and shame and all that stuff start to become very thin, or less interesting, you can say.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just, first thing is that in which everything appears.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there's no point feeling guilt for seeing things that others can't see or anything. It's just that it just is. And I think that, as you said about the heart expanding, I think that it really scoops us all up into one one consciousness without separation.
In a way, it's like a recognition that that's how it is.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ah, Henry.
Isaac,
Hey, man.
I'm back in France. It's been a pretty wild ride.
Yeah.
I've been in this really deep contemplation around self-loathing. And, you know, not going straight to the what is aware of the self that is loathing oneself, right? But actually like being in the inquiry around the mechanism.
Yeah.
And so like I had this contemplation. I don't know that it's clear, but I'm curious to discuss it with you around how, you know, the abandonment gave rise to some sense of unworthiness and, you know, lack of self-care, self-hatred, self-loathing, etc.
Yeah. So let's just take a moment, and we say self-loathing, but really what we're talking about is patterns.
Yeah.
There's patterns playing, and then there's other patterns that are judging those patterns.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and so, but what I was thinking about was like the draw towards this, right? Towards self-inquiry, towards this inquiry, and the path that I went on to meet you, and had this curiosity around how it seems as if, in some way, that mechanism, that pattern, tricked itself to go from like self-loathing to self-annihilation, and to jump over the root, right, of whatever was triggering that pattern. And so there's been, you know, deep peace and all of the wonderful things that happen in being in this inquiry, but there's also continued to be, as you know, for decades, this pattern that arises and then destroys everything, and then there's a rebuilding that happens, and then at some point there's contentment and there's peace again, and then at some point again everything burns down, and that's kind of been the cycle for like every 5 to 7 years over the last 30 odd years. And so I'm, yeah.
Just a quick question. Who is it that's doing that?
It's just doing itself.
It's just doing itself. Okay, cool. So now we're clear. It means nothing about who you are.
No, it means nothing about who I am.
It means nothing about who you are. You could say there's a momentum to this, following, a certain movement.
Yeah, so I'm.
And if it was up to you, it would not happen.
Definitely not.
Yeah, because it sucks. It's really
totally. Of all the fucked things that could be happening, it is the most fucked.
Yeah. So somehow that pattern plays, yeah?
Yeah.
And the truth of it is we don't know where it comes from, really. It's like we can say, like, okay, it comes from abandonment, but who knows, how many generations it goes back, or where it comes from. We don't know. All we know is that somehow there's some sense of not being at ease, and our capacity to think, this beautiful capacity, tries to solve the puzzle. And it really has that capacity thinks it's helping. It's trying to, in some ways, it's trying to help. Getting to the bottom of it, whatever it is, making sure it never happens again. It's got a few different inroads that.
Yeah, I was noticing how the draw to self-inquiry, not always, but sometimes it's this trick, right? It's a way of it's a pressure relief valve. It's a way to escape experience as it's occurring here. And so I've been observing that while I've been going through all the stuff that that I've been going through of late, and seeing how there has been this like tendency to want to take refuge in the absolute, even though I can see the trap of it, right? So it's like there's some trick in there that the mind is playing, or that this mechanism is playing to keep that pattern alive, by going, oh, well, I'll just go over here and there's no self and there's no problem, right? But like that's just a thought. But the mechanism is just still playing. It just looks more enlightened.
So, in a way, what you're speaking now is what takes attention. I would say more precisely than you, just takes attention to the sensations involved in that mechanism. It's like somehow there's this idea that by being present to those sensations, then you're not bypassing, you're not jumping over.
That's somehow better or right.
Somehow better or right.
Yeah.
So, and I understand that perspective, it's like I think at some point that comes into view for all of us. This idea of bypassing or, using a trick, but true inquiry isn't a bypass. It's, and this idea that of have to be present to the sensations, it's an interesting one to look at.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like one question I would ask is, are those sensations real? And is the interpretation of the sensations real? Because
Yeah.
again, it's not bypassing, it's just inquiry, it's just having a look.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the sensations are here. It's not, the sensations are not the issue. It's the mental interpretation of what those sensations mean, where they come from, what needs to be done to make them go away. Like that's where it gets sticky.
Yes, exactly.
But you're right, like even this idea, the idea of like needing to be present with or present to the sensations in itself is just another idea and just another trap.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, you know, it's like, I guess everyone in their own way needs to explore and, you know, make the experience, going with sensations, being present, all that stuff, until it's recognized, wait a second. It's not real, actually. There's some motivation to, yeah, try and make sure something doesn't happen again or something like that, which it just keeps it alive in a funny kind of way.
Yeah, I
for
remember
me,
that.
Yeah,
Sorry, you go.
yeah.
Go.
Yeah, for me, it's just like, okay, I'm here. Different sensations come up. Different interpretations of the sensations come up. And I'm just not interested. You know, somehow some interest has gotten lost, and you know, I can't say always, but mostly it's like been down that road enough times to know I'm here. None of it is. You know, I was just reading the Tibetans have done this mapping of the dying process, you know, and like, and you know, they talk about these different things that happen as the water element leaves and the fire element leaves, and you know, all the stuff. It's in their view, you know, it's like, but basically it's this whole thing of, you know, running after interpretations and stuff that keeps people, in their view, coming back, so to speak. That, you know, just that this training in the sense that that's happening in that really losing interest in anything but, yeah, this. It's like, it's a training, for sure, it's a training. And, you know, as the dying process is happening, I guess it makes sense to be reasonably well established in that interest. But, you know.
Yeah, there's I was thinking about this last night, that there's that line about, you know, the greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing you that he didn't exist. And I was thinking about like the nature of, you know, the spiritual journey, right? And it's almost like the greatest trick the self ever played was convincing you that it didn't need to exist. And so like there's so much effort towards the dissolution of the self or getting away from the self. But it's just a trick, right? Because like anything that you do to get away from it just perpetuates it.
Yeah, and if you really look for that self that you think exists, see what you find. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll find the activity of looking, but you won't find anyone that's doing it. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. Ah, so too. Hi, Satui.
Hello, beloved.
Hmm. 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 Yeah. Hans.
Also,
Hey.
yeah, there was since the beginning of this meeting a kind of a seeing going on, and I was kind of recognizing that all the time I was looking into old trauma waves and in old survival mechanisms with a fixed looking to the horizon to find some peace there because I didn't want to look around me because all the triggers were there, I thought.
Hmm.
Or realize that constantly I'm, of course, in a field of new information. And the interpretation is the only thing I'm doing all the same all the time in the same story. But that's the interpretation what's happening. But the field is actually totally new all the time.
Yeah.
Is there even a trigger? I was asking myself. Is there even a trigger?
Yeah.
Mm. It's like I can never know how this world it looks like. I can never know that.
Hmm.
But it's not so interesting as well. As soon as the world appears, the love is gone or so, somehow. But yeah, like the focus of attention is rooted then in all these objects and misinterpretations of it. But when just the love is flowing, then that's it or so. That can be more than that, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
But then this meeting is always so, because I was wondering a little bit about, I can feel this love flow sometimes, but in that, of course, these objects are there. My body is there, your body is there, and there is a kind of interaction there as well into this bigger field or so. Do I see that right? Or
To me, I mean, I don't, right, or I don't know. It's just, to me, it just seems like this flow, it's just like, it's, the system, as it's kind of at ease, you could say there's just a natural flow that everything's included in.
yeah,
So we can call it love or, yeah,
at the moment the interpretation is going on, and then there's a kind
yeah,
of object, and then there's a
yeah,
different.
cool. Yeah, yeah, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Oops.
Oh yeah, I think you don't hear me.
I hear you.
Oh, oh, because of the. Yep, yep. Okay. Yeah, I just want to sit with you. So I saw I have earplugs. Maybe I there is no need to say too much. Uh, I feel one with the ocean. Really, I'm near the ocean, so it's really. I I feel very grateful to this meeting. I feel a lot of energy. You talked about the flow. I saw, yeah, that's all there is, the flow. So maybe we can sit to remember the the nothing, the everything, or the beyond, or what to remember. I feel so grateful, so
Hmm.
grateful.
Thank you.
Relaxing.
Hmm.
When the program stops, it's the abundance is flowing.
Hmm.
And yeah, to feel good enough to receive that. It is so blessing, but you cannot do that. It takes time to sit with it and wait and go in action, planning. And I felt at a certain moment I have to drop now all the planning because it makes it so yeah, that you know what's gonna happen. It's a safety, comfort. but I felt I cannot hold it. I can't. I just have to flow with also beyond dormitories to be with myself. And I need so deeply humans and myself in that beyond. And I saw it's still the retreat from last year that is still another layer, a layer what comes. I feel so grateful that it's still that I remember, oh, this is it. Oh, it was not the words. It wasn't the words. It wasn't judgment. It wasn't anything. It was just me. Me in the way with my ego to yeah, maybe to make it my way or expecting or think that others expect something. And in that I am very strict with planning. But that was the biggest thing to hold on the planning and feel, oh, it's such a relief. I cannot even share the clue. It's just that now I sit here, I feel the sea, I feel the people, and to listen today here, I feel so embraced.
Hmm.
Satori. That is a name, but
Yeah. Thanks, Susan.
yeah, so thank you. Thank you. So good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, big heart.
thanks. Antje. Wow, my screen is doing something weird.
It's okay.
I don't know if anybody else is having this experience at the moment on my screen. The middle of my screen is flickering, but anyway, it might be my computer. Yeah.
Isaac, Patricia and then Sebastian also had their hands up if you can't see.
Okay,
Yeah, in
thank
case you
you.
can.
Yeah, thanks. Mhm.
Thank you, Isaac.
Mhm. Patricia.
Namaste.
Namaste. Hmm. It's beauty. Hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hmm. Really? You said the other person was
Sebastian.
Sebastian raised his hand? Someone else?
Well, hello again.
Hello.
If I do remember what I was. You asked something about what was in the middle of the screen, and all I saw was just clear space. Because somehow I think you were speaking to Cameron, I think he's called, and
Mhm.
what came up to me was, it seems like my thoughts and feelings are more interested in me than I'm in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just
Cool.
it.
Thank you. Ah, Luciano. Luciano, just a practical question. My email's been playing up. Did you get the link that I sent you?
Yes, I got the email, but I haven't tested it out yet. So
No
I
worries.
presume.
No, that's all. That if you
Yeah.
got the email, that's great.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
Yeah, cool. Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Luciano. Susanna.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey, Susan.
Just would love to have some moments with you.
With pleasure. Mm.
Thank you.
Next week, there won't be meetings, open meetings anyway. There'll be the celebration that's happening. So Friday and Sunday will be open meetings, and then there'll be a week without. And there's information on the celebration if anyone wants it on my website. Plus, I think it was you that was hosting tonight. Don't see you right now, but yeah. Yes, thank you, Bas. I see you. Yeah, thank you all for being here. Love, peace, beauty.